me abwa. Citizen, Breb na mintel.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir.
I had a minimum McCarthy and Ben when I adjusted to some of the issues. I wouldn't want to get much into that. Mbo mana pay me when there's an McCarthy or Jatata.
Oh,
Tana paid or
is that a Nigerian for the Natasha?
Jata, until they respect him because he's in his full regalia.
But anyway, yeah.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
When I was part of the NDC strategy.
You see, let me play the devil's advocate here. On the other side of the coin, if NPP had won, what would we have been saying today?
Oh, and also strategy you see.
No, I'm saying that if NPP had won, let's imagine it that NPP won. What would we be saying today?
Their strategies went.
Yeah. And what I'm saying, yes, so what strategies would we be talking about? And what would the NDC be saying? Because I'm sure if it went on the other side, we will say, oh, NPP did this, which was good. NPP did this, which was good. NDC did this, which was wrong. So sometimes I always say that we fail to give respect to the voters.
Oh, you think so?
I'm telling you.
Sometimes
we feel because some of the things that
as we speak this morning, I'm told say
Mr. Speaker, maybe if I speak you will understand. Okay, I don't mean those who went there. I mean the commentary.
Okay.
As if what somebody did no influence you be. As if the voters sometimes don't have a head of their own.
Okay.
See, some of the commentary that NDC even used, some came from the people of Assin. There was a hairdresser, okay, I don't know, okay, the man some first, it became big news, and Sana NDC pick whether a campaign. There, Sadi was Obeko jail. Yeah, by election, young Morocco. Instead of them, I call jail. No one saying by election, no man be Brimbra, and the NDC picked on it. It came from a voter in Assin. You understand? The other thing is that this LGBTQI+, Sebi Kakachi will be there or be passed on my dad. Don't as much as sometimes you might influence certain people. Don't think that in Kofun Sebi they don't think. They think. NPP did a counter.
Exactly.
They did a serious counter. What the Reverend in team for your call a serious counter because one man private members now will push the new bill. No. They did a counter. In fact, their eyes were on their opponent. They were listening and doing all the counter. But you see, what worked the magic for me is the serious situation we find ourselves as a country. The bread and butter issues. Because the voters were talking about, see, I dokunia tonahi. See, I get 100 cities, a crassicra, one of them, what's a crassicra yeti? 100 cities does not suffice for us a day. On a year and number or so. So the general issues we face as a country, came to play at Assin North. Don't forget that Assin North are a swing constituency.
Yeah.
In 2012, they voted for NDC. 2016, they voted for NPP in terms of parliamentarian. And 2020, they gave it to NDC. A swing seat. And this is the by-election. The incumbent was part of it. Normally, by-election in KBOB and now be what they go to Fiazinti. But this one, the incumbent, the sitting MP, was part of the by-election. So why do you go and pitch a very new candidate against the person?
Yeah.
The other side of the thing is that you see the opulence thing about I agree 100%. Eco book hotels even beyond Assin North book hotels now. What are you saying? So Israel this they were living in tents in the community.
Yeah.
Into what I want when you want that. That's so busy there will cronum into the campaign against him. Momo hotels. Now one man what tribune and 1 year the fee 1 year the year what basabi what be just one name we janabia. Hit him away now we could hit him be. So what are you saying? So I think there, I mean, why am I there with me there? MPP for what that check?
NPP mom.
Oh, I'm telling you. What that? And this morning I want to tell them, there, see, there are so many things why you're shying on one. They are not listening. Timber, into what can't want it. I wasn't surprised that the General Secretary is saying it's a wake-up call. If more China Assin North were a wake-up call for you, then you are, I don't know what to describe to you people. Assin North should not have been a wake-up call for you. There are several things that are happening. If it's not a wake-up call for you, then I don't know what it is. I don't know what is it.
Kessben.
There, you see a lot of people party who are now coming out to say things publicly against you. It's not a wake-up call for you. You have your whole MPs or parliament. They came out strongly to come and criticize government and to complain that one minister is not performing. It's not it wasn't a wake-up call for you. You have a former Chief Justice.
Kessben.
More appointing.
Kessben.
Joining picketing our finance ministry. Now all bashi people who are seem to be very close to the president. It wasn't a wake-up call for you. More internal elections, presidential elections. See how now say Alan Camp for studios are the way I work as if it's not a wake-up call for you, then I don't know what else should be a wake-up call for you. You understand? Look at, I mean, it was an eyesore. There, you think you want to be populist. Into Yenya Makati ne candidate. In them bria war bree. Sabi on shadow as a leader. Yenya mo family mo to mo ahwe ho. The abofraba sensuruto. I mean mu school. Advanced primary school wo winiba. Sensuruto. Na fensunum na be school a headmaster wo show. Because you should not come to school wet. It's not sensible. The benam nsum na sabi nsuna for wu nyina na ayero so aka ho na da kwoto ma medu mo washo nyanse nyim nti da do mo raincoat and awodi umbrella besi wodo and awo twen na nsunu to na aba because sabi o the madden say nsunu da me na rungu. But we watched on just because we want to show there we want to be populist. We have a whole vice president working in rain, but with smoke. Did that work?
Going to commission and astroturf. I mean, and the handlers were happy, clapping, and they were not shameful enough. Once we watch a video, when about to public. What is this? And look at what happened on the days when Honorable Alan Kojo Chairman say Okasa. And look at the rude interruption. When a sitting president, what days do before the vice president will walk in and look at what was happening. If these things are not a wake-up call for the leadership of the NPP party, then I don't know what else should be a wake-up call. See, some of us, as politicians, we care about whatever happens in each political party, especially when they are able to form government. Because more actions and inactions affect all of us. And what within the politicians are one kind of GCPP politician, NPP politician, they name all of us together. Into yen in the I don't know what's so not seno fata. Into for me, I don't call Assin North. I mean, it is. I'm happy for him. I remember I was one of the people who said, well, I also don't think that it is wise to put him there. But I knew that when they put him there, he would win. And I chacha because there are implications. So putting him there has its own implications. And I think as a legal strategy, it is the best than anything else. Because one fana in Kasisia and Kamano obey Basa for his rest of his life. In Kasami one fast tracking. Ona obotu drag for 4 years no the one to war onto me yeshwe. So it is legally it is the best strategy to put him there. Whatever happens should happen, and I'm sure that once the NDC is energized, because even if you put him there, I mean, because he's liable for about 10 years, right? It is even if you put him there, the NDC feel that no, let's work hard and come into government, they will give him pardon. For me, I think that it's as a strategy. I mean, it has worked for them.
Okay.
I wish him well. I hope that the government will learn lessons and take itself out of the court issues. Because they preempted too much. Attorney General was saying some, President Rikebi, the kind of things are working on. You always get the opposition to push you even more in. Take yourself out.
Kessben.
And they could have, even the NPP could have also used sympathy votes. That they care about Jachikwesin more than the NDC. Yes. That we care about him. You should have, they should have gone, but I think the angle that they went, you see the angle that they went, I mean it was terrible. So I mean, but for me it's good they lost, because when we need power and Kayaso Murindri,
I see
in Kawabeka the BPR could do Ghana, as they keep saying. So for me it is a good thing that they lost, and I hope that they really set up. Some of the excuses share MDC Babeko opposition. Yama so was seen. Ibian MPP a party in power. Otun was there. The opposition is intimidating them. Why are the massive?
30 seconds. What do you know? What's the
Speaker Anka, I Bank of Ghana. Any fidelity near other one.
Okay, just 1 minute.
This one a provisor. Regulatory scrutiny, no, a year juma, and it will affect the confidence and then reputation of Bank, when it comes to adhering to regulations. No, other banks. So, yes, I didn't be they will sit up, so they wouldn't do it until I think a year. Bomb my basso for once. Say, or my team whom be beer or my cat. Now, I would there, my job. Nobody. Oh, I made job.
Ben,
they made me a character and say sometimes law, common sense must always prevail compared to technicalities and legalities. You see, in institutional policy formulation, government institutions make policies. And the Supreme Court decision our making, and ama Jacob by election or Assin North, and government needed to invest because resources are easy to be used in Jacob Kaho. The people have voted money for this gentleman.